Okay, first of all, I would like to welcome everyone to the Fall 2020 Awards, which we usually hold in the fall. Because of COVID, several of our awards didn't come until during Christmas break, so we decided to do it during school so that all of you could attend that. So the first thing I want to recognize, because the coaches probably of these teams won't recognize that themselves, on the table we have championship trophies. That is for the football team and the competitive cheer team. We also got their banners hung for their championships, so I want you to give those two groups a big round of applause. Every group that is honored here today also earned Academic Team Achievement Awards, which means that group earned a collective GPA of 3.25 or above. That also includes Allstate Chorus, who we don't have awards for today, but every fall activity we had met that, so that is awesome. That means you're excelling in the classroom as well, and we're really proud of you for that. The last thing I'm going to do is I want to mention, because I know she won't, we also had a State Coach of the Year as chosen by her peers, and that is really, really impressive because that is voted on by other coaches throughout the state. So we want to say congratulations to Coach Eden White for being Competitive Cheer Coach of the Year in South Dakota. And we will start with Coach Hooks.
Okay, can I have the boys football team? Okay, I'll get started. Very proud of the boys, not just for this trophy that we won, but more for the adversity that all of us had throughout this year. I know COVID's been tough for all of us, but for a sports team, it's really tough because we're around each other all the time and we really can't help that. So, you know, there's a lot of times where I think it was probably the 4th game of the year, we decided we just can't do anything. We go home, we go to school, we go to practice, and that's it. I think most of our players followed that, and that's how we were able to get through the season. So it wasn't just about, you know, winning our last game, which is always our goal, but it was about the sacrifices that we had to make, or that everyone had to make to get through the season. So I do want to give everyone and our boys a round of applause for making those sacrifices just to have a season. I would also like to thank everyone. I'll say everyone because I know that I'll forget. I just want to thank everyone for their support that we got throughout the entire year. At the Dome, it was amazing to have all those people there. Again, battling through COVID and everything, people showing up, cheering, wearing masks because it was required, and supporting us. The cheerleaders, my coaching staff, who isn't here with me right now, but without those guys, we would none of us be here. And our student body. The kids who come out and support us every single day and support us when we're walking through the hallway and support us when we're going to the game. When you say good luck, you may think it doesn't mean anything, but it does mean a lot to us because sometimes when you're nervous, just that little good luck gets you past that. So we want to thank you guys, and we want to give it up for everyone for all the support they give. Okay, so we'll start with the awards. Coach White. Okay, we have some new letter winners this year. The kids got on the field a lot this year and improved every game. First one is Cade Van Buster. Caden Carter. Tate French. And here's a kid that took a year off, and we're glad to have him back. Keegan Hyder. Another kid that took a year off, and we're glad to have him back. Blaze Irving. Okay, we have some more awards we'll pass out. Here are our awards. These awards are voted on by our players, so these awards mean a lot to me, and hopefully means a lot to our players. First award is presented to Marty Peterson. Next one, this is a tough year. This is a tough award to come up with, but I think someone's going to be a little upset, but maybe they're going to have to work a little harder next year. Sterling Bonin. Sterling is 60. So Chris, why don't you come up and accept this award for Sterling? Offensive Player of the Year, we had a lot of players who could have gotten this award. But one kid, you know, he stepped up. A lot of people say, oh, I can't believe he was this kind of athlete. We knew what kind of athlete he was. It was all about right here. And this year he put it all together. Corbin, Harvey. Iron Man, and this is truthfully the Iron Man for us. Kid never comes out the field at the Dome. I had to take him out because he couldn't breathe. But then he actually wanted to go right back out there. One game I took him out and he got mad at me, but it happens. Ethan Nelson. Defensive Player of the Year. This kid made big plays for us all year. In my opinion, he was the Player of the Year for 9-man football. He had a great season on offense, but even a better season on defense for me. I believe he led the state in interceptions, made some big tackles. One of the biggest interceptions that we had was in Harriet when he was beat, but was able to make it back on the play and get a pick to help us win that game. Tristan Allen. And here's another one, we call it our Warbird Award. This just goes to a kid who just represents who we are as a team, shows up every single day, works really hard, a bright kid, but he has a heart of gold, supports everyone. I think we know who I'm talking about, Jacob Williams. We had a couple kids who make Allstate, and a couple of kids that made honorable mention, so we'll go there. Here's a kid who, again, one of our top linemen. He was able to make honorable mention. He was also the Joe Robbie lineman of the game. Had a great year. And to be honest with you, I'm joking with Chris, but both of them had great years. This kid just ended up winning the award. Sterling Bonin. Another kid who got hurt, first play of the game of the season, preseason Player of the Year, but he told me when he was sitting on that bench that he was going to play again. And if the team had to get us there for him to be able to play. Got to the playoffs. Some of you might not know he wasn't healthy at all, but still was able to help us get to the Dome. And honestly, if the coaches feel like he's honorable mention, he only played 4 games, I think that's pretty good. There's Clancy. Another kid who I feel like is Allstate in my book, had 13 tackles at the Dome. Sometimes the Allstate awards just don't go the way they should, in my opinion. But had a great season, really became a physical player, came from a school that wasn't quite physical, but over the last 3 years became a super physical player and led us in tackles. Jake Williams. And again, honorable mention for a kid who had a great season, somebody that's intensity that you might not know, but is one of the most intense kids on our team. You probably know if you went to the fall team game, but he is a very intense player, and I'm going to miss him a lot. Ethan Nelson. And academic Allstate, which is just as important as anything. We got a couple kids who were able to make academic Allstate, which I believe is a 3.5. Ethan Nelson and Jake Williams. And our All-State players, we had a couple kids who made that. Like I said, these are voted on by the other coaches in the state. For us, I'm not sure if he made it for running back or DB, but he had a great year for us. Mario. Another kid, like I said, I already talked about, had a great season, grew up a lot, and he's doing the same thing in basketball. Corbin Award. Last but not least, again, I've already talked about this kid, but again, I will reiterate this. In my opinion, in my heart, he was the best player in 9-man football. B. Tristan Allen. All right. This? Okay. We had several people to make the Missouri Valley All-Conference. Our conference, I'll be honest, I'm trying to be quick, but our conference is definitely the toughest conference there is. We have a lot of teams that made it. We had 2 state champions that come out of our conference. We were second in the conference this year, but it is a tough conference. I'm trying to open this award because I'm not sure exactly who this belongs to. But I know, let me see if I can go by memory. All conference players, we'll have you all step up. Keegan Hyder, Tristan Allen, Jake Williams, Corbin Armine, Ethan Nelson, Marty Gone. Honorable mention, Marty Peterson, and again, Sterling Bodine, who's not here. I think I did right. Any questions? All right, congratulations to these guys, good job. Thank you. Speech. Jacob Williams.
Thank you guys for supporting us this year. And at the Dome, you guys were really loud, which was helpful and fun. Thank you for helping us staying healthy this year, that we were able to play. And it was a memory-full year.
I just want to thank all you guys for coming out, supporting us, and tip.
Go Birds.
Just thanks for all the support over the year, and just glad we were able to get to the goal we wanted to have for a long time. So, go Birds!
Okay. Drama class, are you ready? Yeah. You won't see that very often. All right, before I do anything else, I would like the following people to stand up, just where you are for just a minute. Ethan Nelson, Jordan Boomsma, Payson Gold, Tate French, Faith Nelson, Haley Clark, Maria Nelson, Lainey Utek, Kendall Utek, Lane Olson, and Ty Olson. Those people you see standing up here, I want them recognized because this group of people did some of the hardest work there was this year. You know, everybody's going to get up here and talk to you about how hard it was with COVID. But for us to do a Reader's Theater this year, it took all of these people. A Reader's Theater can only have 6, but all of these people were part of what it took in order for us to do this year's Reader's Theater. And in one night, these people were there for 4.5 hours, till 10 o'clock at night, going over and over and over that Reader's Theater until they got it to work, until they made it work. They never gave up. And Mrs. Boomsma, the assistant coach, and I would like to have a nice pizza party with them, but so far COVID-19 has been kind of a party pooper. So I guess what I'd like for you to do right now is to recognize them with a round of applause. They deserve it. Thank you. Okay, I have tokens here for the 7th and 8th graders who were participants in Oral and Turf. So please come and get them when I call your name. 7th grade, Ireland Salisbury, Jenna McAllister, Lydia Cook, Emily Beals, Clay Carey, Will Simons, Kendall Utek. You can applaud after the name. 8th graders, Rachel Boomsma, Tatum Luce, Ayana Feist, Anna Fierce, Shaylee Duffy, Hannah Hiles, and Modesty Heath. Yes, by all means, I don't trust these guys. Make sure your name is on the one they give you. Okay. Freshmen, sophomore, junior, and seniors receive a pin as well, which should tell you that you've gotten your credit for being a participant. This year, the participation in Oral and Turf was, it consisted of a lot of practicing on the machines and then having to film what you were doing in order for it to be judged. And we had one tournament, and that tournament was here in the school. 9th graders who participated, this is just the participants, this is not the district team yet. 9th graders, Kelsey Roberts, Brianna Luderman, Chloe Thielen, Tierney Breen, Atara Richmond, Kaylin Doris, Marie Bottledrive, Tate French, Ty Olson, and Peyton Kennedy. Sophomores, Joey Holderson, Keegan Hyder, Kennedy Rowan, Emery White, Michaela Trowbridge, and Sarah Pierce. Juniors, Maddie Larson, Annie Boomsma, Kira Drop. My faithful assistants, I think they tied them not to. Okay, seniors, Trace Hayter Herman, Isaiah Feist, Jaden Much, Tommy Lloyd, and Rachel Jellison.
All right, we got Jaden Much.
Okay, and now the district team, and I would like those people to come up and stand up here for a minute. The district team, Emily Eggleston for poetry, Caleb Cleveland for oratory, Kate Hamilton for storytelling, Payson Goen for humorous, Shira Noyes for serious, Haley Clark and Faith Nelson for duet, and the Reader's Theater, Payson Goen, Faith Nelson, Lainey Utek, Ethan Nelson, Jordan Boomsma, and team captain Lane Olson. You guys do know your names, right? Okay. I would like to brag about them for just a minute, our district team. They were the only full single team on the district squad this year. They were the only school that had every single place filled, every spot filled, and they also won the district this year. So that we were pretty proud of them for that. You can be proud of them for that. In addition, Caleb, Kate, Payson, Shira, Faith and Haley, and the Readers Theater all advanced to regions. That's also to be clapped for, yeah. We didn't stop there because Payson in humorous, Shira in serious, and Haley and Faith went to state for their pieces. And finally, she not only won our tournament we held here in Woolsey, but she also got a state championship for her serious piece for sheer noise. Thank you. No, that's not it. It happens every so often that we have an underclassman who goes above and beyond the call of what they need to when working in oral inter competition, and that was certainly the case this season. The young lady I would like to recognize gave a great deal of time and effort to our Readers Theater, and in the end, filled a spot on the squad, performing so well with the group that she helped them to achieve their advancement to regions. Because that is quite an accomplishment, and for a freshman too, we would like to tell her we are indebted to her for the help and give her this year's Oral Inter Character SOAR Award to Miss Lady Utek. You have to take a picture after. All right. I had a strong group of seniors this year, the whole senior class, and it was an excellent year, and I was grateful for all the senior participation. But I would be remiss in my duties as a coach if I didn't recognize a couple of them for their 4-year contribution to my team. The first young man that I would like to recognize is, there is nothing I can say that could explain to you or express to you exactly what a good performer he is. He's fearless when he does his work on the stage. He is willing to try just about anything. He's inventive and creative. And for 3 or 4 years, he has anchored by Oral Interp Readers Theater. And my first outstanding Oral Interp Award goes to Mr. Lane Olson. The next young man, I think, was a little aghast to find himself on the Oral Interp team in that first year, and he frequently tells me that he's on the team because he got sucked in by the people around him. I can't be more grateful that he did, because he has for 3 years been an important part of my Readers Theater and so improved his skills over the years that he is a true delight to watch on the team. For all that he has accomplished and contributed to our team, I award the Outstanding Oral Interp Student Award to Mr. Jordan Boomsma. My next performer probably has some similar feelings about his 4 years on the squad as well, but I honestly don't know what I would have done without his contribution. He does voices so well that I sometimes doubt he even knows that he's doing them, and his humor and hard work mean that he is frequently singled out by people from other schools watching our performances. Despite being involved in many other activities, this young man seldom misses a practice and has spent 4 years steadily improving his craft in Oral Interp. Because I am going to miss him a great deal this next year, I award an Outstanding Oral Interp Student Award to Mr. Ethan Nelson. Okay. Hey guys, I'm a hugger, but this is not the year, I guess. Finally, I have one more recognition that I would like to make. I'd like to recognize this young man who is, as I said before, the ultimate entertainer. He knows how to have fun and also get into practice too. My Reader's Theater is always pumped up by his antics. Sometimes it's when he's lying on the floor, twitching because he's dying because he's had to work too hard. Or there was the time that a new teacher at the school complimented me on recruiting the foreign exchange student. I realized afterward that he had heard this young man practicing using one of the many voices that he has. He makes practice fun, but he's also one of the strongest leaders I have ever had in an oral interpret group. He makes sound decisions, and most importantly, he leads by example. He works harder and more creatively than anyone I've ever seen, and I honestly don't know how we would have gotten through this crazy, crazy year without his leadership, and so I feel it necessary to give the Outstanding Leadership Excellence Award to Mr. Lane Olson.
Could we have all the competitive and football cheerleaders come down really quick? Okay, we'll start with football sideline cheer. First, on behalf of all the cheerleaders and myself, we'd like to congratulate the football team on an amazing season and a state championship. With so much going on in the world and so much uncertainty, we were grateful every time we got to watch you play. We had 10 football sideline cheerleaders. We have one new letter winner, and that was 7th grader Jenna McAllister. And returning letter winners, 8th graders Rachel Boomsma, Shaylee Duffy, Hannah Hiles, and Tatum Luce. Freshman Kelsey Roberts. Sophomore Emery White, juniors Alexis Stevens, Maddie Larson, and senior Jada Clanchnick. We have 2 football sideline cheer awards that were voted on by the girls this year. The first award was the Warbird Award, and that went to Maddie Larson. And the second award was the Captain's Award, again voted on by the girls, and that goes to senior Jada Clanchnick. All right, competitive cheer. First of all, we would just like to thank the volleyball and cross-country coaches for sharing our athletes. Girls, raise your hand if you were in cross-country. Right. Raise your hand if you were in football sideline cheer. Raise your hands, come on. Don't look. Yeah, raise your hands if you were in volleyball. Yes, okay, so with being a small school, we're very grateful for the opportunity to have dual sport athletes. These girls are very busy. They still show up for practice, working hard every single time. They give us 110% every time. We're very grateful for them. We're grateful for our cheer parents, for Mrs. Booms-McKelsey, for their continuous support. We're grateful to our awesome Warbird community for showing these girls encouragement throughout their season. We had a great second year of competitive cheer. The girls had their first competition, they placed 5th, and then they went on to win their next 5 competitions. So, culminating to their state championship that they won in Rapid City. We have 2 new letter winners this year, and that was Macy Luce and Vanessa Finn. Our returning letter winners are 8th graders Rachel Boomsma, Shaylee Duffy, Tatum Luce, Hannah Hiles, freshman Kate Hamilton, Brianna Ludeman, Atara Richmond. Sophomores Kennedy Rowan, Emery White. Juniors Macy Lewis, Alexis Stevens. And seniors Lanessa Finn and Jada Clanchnick. I do feel a little indifferent about individual awards just because it's completely impossible for us to perform and compete our choreographed routine with, if you just took one of these girls away, our routine doesn't work. So we did do 3 competitive cheer awards voted on by the girls. Our first one was our Warbird Award, and that goes to Kate Hamilton. Our Most Improved Award, that goes to Shaylee Duffy. And our MVP Award goes to Kennedy Rowan. We did do one Coach's Award that was selected by us. This cheerleader, she was one of those cheerleaders. She came to every practice, she worked hard every time, she brought enthusiasm, she continuously tried everything new that we challenged her with. She worked to be her best, but she also wanted every other person on the squad to be their best too. She was a first-year cheerleader, and she happens to be a senior with no prior experience in cheer. So she truly completed our squad, and that's Lanessa Finn. Our captains awards, our captains were picked at the beginning of the season. They were Jada Clanchnick, Alexis Stevens, and Hannah Adams. Our academic Allstate goes to a senior with a 3.5 GPA and 2 years cheer experience, and that goes to Jada Clanchnick. And last, we don't have certificates for our last 2 awards, but we wanted to mention that following our competitive season, 2 of our cheerleaders from Wolsey Wessington were nominated for the South Dakota Cheerleader of the Year Award. So only 12 cheerleaders in our entire state are selected and nominated for this. We don't have anything to do with it. It's nominated by the state, a committee. And they are senior Jada Clanchnick, and 8th grader Rachel Boomsma.
Could we have all of the cross-country runners come up, please? And first-time letter winners, if you do not have a W, please come see me after we are done. Or if you did not get one last year, because we missed that, come see me. Coach Hyder is ill and was not able to be here today, but I do have her list of awards. So first I want to recognize the group of cross-country runners you see behind me. They are here very early every morning, and a lot of them are dual sport athletes, and they maintain high grades at the same time, and that is a long day, especially if they're dual sport athletes. So I'm very proud of them for going out for cross-country. So as I say your name, if you just want to step forward. We have Jackson Carter, Caleb Cleveland, Ricardo Savalier, Braden Skipper, Grant Tim, Carson Walters, Izzy Schaefer, returning letter winner, Shiera Noyes, first-time letter winner, Kendall Utek, first-time letter winner, Timber Hayter, and first-time letter winner, Brianna Ludeman. The awards for the cross-country team include 2 Most Improved Awards to 2 athletes that really improved from day 1 of practice until the last day they had practice. And those 2 are Kendall Utek and Caleb Cleveland. This year's most valuable runner goes to a young runner that just began in the program, Kendall Utek. And one of the best awards that I love that each coach gives is the Warbird Award, because that truly represents what it means to soar and be a warbird and represent yourself at practice and be a leader. And that goes to a very young athlete, Carson Walters. I also want to congratulate the 4 ladies on the end, because they made it to the state cross-country meet and ran in very adverse weather, way worse weather than what we're having right now. So we don't get a team that makes it to the state meet every year. That's a really, really big accomplishment. So please end with giving these ladies and the entire team a big round of applause.
Okay, when I call your name, volleyball girls, come down here, and if you're in high school, go to Mr. Bishop, and if you're in junior high, go to Coach Mullenberg. So our seniors this year, and captains, Alexis Tim, Vanessa Finn, and returning letter winner, Emily Eggleston. Juniors, Shelby Langbean, returning letter winners, Alyssa Hiles, Haley Clark, Macy Luce, Gianna Richmond, and first-time letter winners, McKenna Lonis and Faith Nelson. Sophomores, Summer Stahl, Shalay Smith, Emery White. Returning letter winners, Maya Boomsma and Leah Williams, and first-time letter winner, Taylor Horn. Student manager, Caitlin Carey. Freshmen, Sadie French, Abby Davis, Kelsey Roberts, Kate Hamilton, Peyton Chemnitz, Atara Richmond, and first-time letter winners, Lainey Utek and Kaylin Doris. 8th graders, Rachel Boomsma, Tatum Luce, Hannah Hiles, Riley Peterson, Macy Washachuk, Shaylee Duffy, Samara Clemente, and Jersey Sherman. And 7th graders, Kendall Utek, Timber Hayter, Braylee Parmalee, Reese Kreutzfeld, Kylie Rose, and Ireland Salisbury. Okay, we would just like to thank everyone who came out and supported the volleyball team this season, and a huge thank you to the parents that provided snacks for our girls throughout the season. I'd also like to thank the assistant coaches, Jason Bishop and Shayla Mullenberg, for all their hard work and dedication to our program. The Lady Warbirds finished their season 9-9, losing out on 10 matches due to COVID restrictions, but we were very thankful to have a season and get the chance to play. They placed 3rd in the 281 tournament, with 4 players receiving all-conference recognition. First team all-conference was Maya Boomsma. Second team all-conference was Leah Williams. Third team all-conference was Haley Clark, and honorable mention was Lainey Utek. So we are very proud of this team, the improvements that they made throughout the season, and then the adjustments that had to be made due to COVID-19. Our awards this year: leading in kills this year with 230 was Maya Boomsma. Leading in digs this year with 251 was Lainey Utek. Leading in assists this year with 304 was Haley Clark. Our leading server at 92% was Leah Williams. And this year, our most improved player goes to Kaylin Doris. And our last award for today is our Warbird Award. This award goes to someone who continually supports her teammates on and off the court, works hard every day, and always has a positive attitude. This year, the Warbird Award goes to Faith Nelson. Thank you.